Hello, children, and welcome to week 5 of Draw and Paint for Life. I'm Miss Maureen. I'm Maureen Claffey, and I'm so grateful to have you here. Thank you so much for making art. It is so important that you do. It'll teach you so many different ways of thinking that will help you across all of your academic pursuits and your professional ones as well. And for those of you out there that want to be artists, you're in the right place. So grateful to be with all of you. So this week we're looking at, I think what I'm going to call, I hope this is the correct terminology, cave art. In France, in the south of France, in a town called Lascaux, 3 children and their dog discovered these cave paintings that I think are like 16,000 years old. People didn't live in the caves. They were like their museums. They lived out on the land. And I actually was really lucky enough. I had wanted to see these caves my whole life, and I did see them in 2016. I went with my friend Sophie, who was my dear friend from when I lived in France in college, and it was life-changing. So I'm super excited for you to see this, and we'll talk about it afterwards. You're gonna see caves, and then I'm gonna take you into some videos about like what bulls look like, which was really interesting because I thought, what would really interest the children? Like, these cave paintings are all about animals. What was the experience of a bull? I had no idea how many amazing bulls are out there. So we've got a little video on like these bulls. So stay tuned. Okay, see you when it's over. Bye-bye.
Woolly mammoths, steppe bison, and other large mammals once roamed alongside people across Eurasia. Tens of thousands of years later, we may have a glimpse into this Ice Age world through the cave art left behind by early humans. Around 400 art-filled caves and shelters, predominantly located in France and Spain, have been discovered so far. Some of the most elaborate prehistoric artwork exists in caves in France, known as Lascaux Grotto and Chauvet Pont d'Arc. Cave art dates as far back as 65,000 years ago to the time of the Neanderthals. Though, radiocarbon dating and other methods have revealed most art to be less than 40,000 years old and created by Homo sapiens. The majority of cave art depicts animals that humans would have encountered or hunted during the Ice Age, such as mammoths, horses, lions, aurochs, and deer. Some human figures and other symbols have also been discovered. Cave paintings were mostly created with red or black pigments made from rocks. Some artworks were painted directly onto cave walls, while some were first engraved into the stone with tools. Occasionally, the artists would follow the natural contours of the stone walls to accentuate an animal's features. Ever since the late 1800s, people have debated the meaning and purpose of cave art. Some scholars think cave paintings were created by shamans who would go deep into caves and enter a trance-like state, drawing animals they encountered in the spirit world. Symbols repeated across artworks may indicate that those symbols had agreed-upon meanings among the artists. Thus, perhaps cave art also represents the earliest form of graphic communication. In reality, cave art may have been created for a variety of reasons. While we may never know with absolute certainty why cave art was made or the meaning behind individual paintings, these works give us insight into the evolving minds of our prehistoric ancestors and the world in which they lived. By one view, cave artists were prehistoric naturalists. Their detailed drawings may teach us about the appearance and behavior of animals that have long been extinct. But perhaps more significant, a part of our never-ending quest to find out who we are and where we came from, cave art may provide evidence of a time when humans were first able to etch their thoughts in stone.
They've got temperament, they've got horns, and they're massive. Often 1.5 times the weight of their female counterparts, bulls pack on both serious and muscle. But just how big and strong are we talking? Well, you're about to find out. Welcome to another episode of Forever Green. Today, we're counting down the biggest bulls in the world. Make sure you stick through to number 1 to meet the largest bull in existence today. Let's get started. Number 10. Brahmin. Looking like a cross between a camel and a cow, the Brahmin bull is a humpbacked cattle from India that was exported to the United States, where cattle breeders bred these guys between 1854 and 1926. Brahmin cows weigh between 1,000 and 1,400 pounds. But it's the massive bulls that can weigh anywhere from an impressive 1,600 to 2,200 pounds. Brahmins have a humped back, long drooping ears, and loose skin, and just like camels, they can store both food and water in their weird-looking neck humps for weeks at a time. That's why farmers and ranchers in the southeastern US and the Gulf states like to raise Brahmin cattle, because they can stand the heat and insects don't bother them much. Number 9. CB Banari. Moving up a weight class, we've got the Pakistani CB Banyari. Yet another humpbacked bull breed that can grow up to 84 inches in air and weigh up to an insane 3,500 pounds. These bulls easily surpass the Brahmins by an additional 1,000 pounds. And although they have a moderate hump, they have far stronger necks, horns, and far wider chest. Its name is derived from the town of Bagh, which is found to the south of CB and Nari in Pakistan, which is a river that flows through their breeding area. Each year, the giant cattle are shown at the CB Mela, an annual cultural event in the area. It is still being debated whether the CB is the biggest cattle breed in the world. Bulls of this breed have been known to compete with the mighty Chianina, which is another massive breed we'll be looking at in just a moment. Number 8. Belgian Blue. And in comes the Belgian Blue. While not the heaviest bulls on today's list, they are without a doubt the most muscular. You'd think farmers are pumping their cattle with steroids, but in reality, the Belgian Blue cattle develop freakishly huge muscles due to a naturally occurring gene mutation called double muscling. As you can see, these bodybuilder bulls have got well-defined backs and loins with strong-looking legs. And while not particularly huge, all that heavy muscle can make bulls reach a weight of up to 2,750 pounds. Believe it or not. The females are subject to the same genetic conditions, and even after the birth, the calves often suffer from further defects, such as enlarged tongues, which makes it difficult for them to feed from their mother. Nonetheless, the breed continues to thrive and grace us with its massive existence. Number 7. Chianina. The Italian Chianina is the heaviest and tallest cattle breed in the world, and therefore has some of the heaviest bulls as well. Originating in Tuscany, males of this breed have reached heights of 6'5" and weighed in well over a massive 3,700 pounds, which is just about the same weight as an adult male hippo. They're also one of the oldest and toughest cattle breeds in the world, having been used as draft and beef cattle for several centuries. Chianina bulls have tough skin that is resistant to parasites and can easily adapt to warmer climates as well.
Hello again. So what'd you think of those cave paintings? My feeling, if I may share, I'm sorry to preempt you, is that it was humans, like the human spirit saying, I was here, I experienced this. This is my record of how amazing my life was and what I saw and what I interacted with. When I left the caves of Lascaux with my friend Sophie, we both cried when we walked out. It was so incredibly moving. And I especially loved seeing like the handprints. I was here, I saw this, and that's what I got from it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope someday you'll get to go see them in person as well. All that being said, what was it like to live in a land under a sky when it was dark? It was dark. They had fire, yes, they did. But like the stars, the connection to planet Earth, to the planets, to things celestial and terrestrial, the earth and the air. And how about those bulls, right? Amazing. I'm still getting over it. So bring all of that into your art this week. Your interaction, like say to the world through your art this week, I was here, this is what I live, this is what I love, this is who I am. I can't wait to see what you're going to create. Thank you for being here today, children. Thank you for making art. Your art is extremely important to the world. It brings light with it wherever it goes. Have a great time. Bye-bye.